What's up you guys, this is Rukov for RukovGrind. Before we continue, please make sure you don't just watch that episode and listen to it on the background like you're listening to music. Please think and watch the situations and think of what I'm saying and what I'm trying to show you. This way you're going to improve your game. Smash the like button, consider subscribing, and leave me a comment with any questions. With that said, enjoy the footage.
So if they call more often, what are we going to do? First, we're going to do not bluffing. I mean, I would suggest not bluffing at all. There's some situations that you have to, that are very, very clear. Sure, but minimize the bluffs is what I'm trying to say. And then we're going to expand our value betting range. For example, on higher levels, I'm going to c-bet with a top pair hand, but I'm going to check a middle pair hand. Now here, I'm not going to check middle pair. Why? Because here they're going to call me with worse than middle pair. Where on the higher stakes, I bet with middle pair. If they call me, generally it's something better than middle pair. So see how on those small stakes it makes sense to expand your value betting range? Yeah. Yeah. Did you download the cheat sheet, the ranges and this? Hold on. See, this is the gameplay that I'm recording now. Did you download this?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's all here, you know. C-bets, it's so easy, man. It's, oh my god. When I was starting playing poker, if somebody told me this, so easy. C-bet sizing. No need to care about sizing anymore. 60-75%. Bam. Turn, 50%. Bam. River, 30 to 50%. What do we C-bet? Flop, middle pair, gut kicker. On the turn, middle pair, gut kicker. On the river, top pair with gut kicker. We check everything else. Pay attention to the board. 3-bet pot, you're gonna C-bet around 50%, but also depending on the board. Same applies for a single raise pot, but when you have two people in it. You know, you're not gonna C-bet a lot. Same thing. This is actually a student of mine actually made this for me. I didn't do this. And
This is new to me, like C-bet size.
Here is
I bet smaller than you recommend.
smaller? Well, the whole idea is to charge him, because again, you play against me, heads up, you know I'm going to be calling. Why would you make it smaller? I'll be, you know, you're not running a charity, right?
Yeah, but now I get it. It's
Yeah.
only value bet, right?
Yeah. And yes, it is annoying. Sometimes you flop a set, which is not often, and then, you know, they fold and you're like, oh shit, but it does happen. There's nothing you can do. So here is just a picture just to see probability of pair beaten by a higher pair. So for example, if you're under the gun, you're going to have 5 players behind you, right?
Yes.
So if you have pocket kings, the chances of somebody having aces is almost 2%. Now if you have deuces, for someone after you to have a better pair, 3s, 4s, 5s, is 20%. So this is how we make the range. From what I've noticed, about 30% mark here. The ranges that I've seen, the opening range is trying to be under that 30% mark. If the chances of somebody has a better hand than you is less than 30%, we're going to open. If it's more than 30%, generally I see those ranges, they advise this hand to be fold. So for example, on a 10-handed table, if you're first to act and you have deuces, you better fold, because 42% of the time someone's going to have a better pair than you. Not to mention that any 2 over cards is a flip. But generally, I had a bigger piece of paper that said ace king, ace queen, king jack, stuff like that, but I don't remember where it went. But it's a good idea to kind of see how did the range evolved into specifically this from under the gun. There's a reason why is this, you know what I mean? It's not a random reason. Yeah. All right. So less bluffs, and when you do value bets, you know, make him 60-70%. Yeah, bigger. 208. Let's see, 208. Ace 5. Open size is the same as under the gun. Under the gun, you open 5 cents.
Yeah.
Here, same.
Ace 5 off.
Yeah.
Button.
Yeah, but see, here's the, yeah, here you open 5 cents here, yeah. I mean, I didn't, because it lagged, but you did open 5. Now, as I explained, the size the open size, is related to the range. You open way more hands from the button than you open from under the gun. So, you know. 3 minutes and 27. There you go, ace king.
And I never see bet this kind of.
Okay, you cannot hear yourself, but you say, I never see bet this kind of monotone flops.
Yes.
But the truth is, most likely he doesn't have a diamond too. So, in the strategy that I preach in the course, I suggest you to check if you don't have anything. But just want to let you know, for higher levels, you'll be betting that flop. Maybe the turn, maybe even on the river, you're going to be betting. Because more often than not, he's not going to have a heart. But for this, that's for the higher stakes. For now, I really suggest you to do what you did. Just check. And don't make your game overcomplicated. Keep your game easy. But I don't like what you said. What you said was correct. I just don't like. You said, I never see bet those boards. But that's not true. I mean, it might be true, but that's not good. I would say that on dot level, I would not see bet that board because I'm sticking to the strategy. But on higher stakes, maybe I can let you. I don't know if I can find a hand that I played yesterday. I played 25 no limit just to record a video. Every board that is monotone, I bet flop turn. Sometimes maybe river, man. It depends. Because here's the thing. Chances are, you know how much are the odds of flopping a flush?
I know that very low.
0.9. So odds are 99% of the time he ain't doesn't have a flush. Yeah.
If he fall anyway, if he don't have a heart,
Yeah. Maybe he has a heart. Let's say he has a jack of hearts with ace of clubs. Well, if you bet the flop, he's thinking, man, even if I hit my heart, it's just a jack. I get beaten by an ace, by a king, by a queen. It's not even worth it. Fuck it. But that's, again, I'm not trying to tell you bet here because it's 2-0. I'm trying to keep you out of trouble. But keep in mind that there's a different way of playing that is also correct for the higher stakes.
okay.
Flop.
I think this I remember from some kind of GTO solver.
You don't need GTO solver for 2-0, bro. Like, I have like a few students that they, I use Pio, and I'm like, oh, what are you playing? And he's like 5-0. I'm like, well, what the fuck, man? Like, what are you doing? Pio on 5-0, like, dude, come on, man. Alright, as you know, I would advise to bet less on the river with the ace king. Let's see here. Maybe you did bet
Jack
more.
and some weaker ace. I think he
Yeah, I was gonna bet less. Again, you're scared that he has a flush. He's scared that you have a flush. You know what I mean? That's the same when you open from the button, the big blind calls, board comes ace 5-3, and you're thinking, shit, maybe he has an ace, and he's thinking, shit, maybe he has an ace. You know what I mean? So bet. My point is here is, if you bet this and he calls you 50% of the time, let's say you bet 18 cents, okay? 18 cents. And he calls you 50% of the time. You're gonna be making 9 cents on average, right? But if you bet 13 cents and he calls you 80% of the time, you're gonna be making 10.5 cents on average. So yeah, you're saying it's 1 cent, it's not a big deal. But this is half a blind. This is half a big blind per 100 that you're making. So right now you're making, what you say, 1.6 big blinds per 100. If you play this situation correctly, you're gonna make 2. See how big it. I mean, it's not calculated like this exactly, but I'm just trying to hype it up in your brain. This is half a big blind per 100 for this situation, not for the overall game. But from 1.6, maybe it's going to become 1.7. Just an example. Actually, it's going to be even more, because if you played the river better, not this specific, if you have a skink and this is a specific board, but if you learn to play the river better, maybe it will increase your river big blinds 100 with so much that maybe from 1.6, maybe it's gonna become 2.6, because the river is the biggest pot is on the river. if you learn to play the river right, you're going to be making the most amount of money, obviously. Because pre-flop, you raise to steal, you steal 3 cents, not a lot. But here on the river, you see the pot is 30, 40 cents. It's the biggest pot. So if you learn to play correctly, definitely it's going to improve your overall big blinds per 100.
Alright guys, that was the video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and I'll see you next time. Keep grinding and good luck.